This is Irontrader. It is Sunday night. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil, WTI, and Brent. We'll take a look at natural gas, gold, silver, and we'll take a look here at Bitcoin. Now the old Nasdaq futures are down about 50, not really that bad, and crude is up there about $1.50 right now. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell stock market ETF. If you'd like to subscribe, thanks for watching. Alrighty, here we have crude oil daily chart, your WTI and your Brent. Now you can see here what we're doing is we're basically trading between that 8-day 91.81 and that 21-day sitting right there at 97.51 level. Now you can see how the 8-day crossed over that 21-day. That's always very bearish and send the price right on down. But you'll notice how nice it held that 50-day. Really, really nice. Now you can see how that 8-day is curling right back up here. But what the killer is here, I was over to Sam's there today, and before this war started, I was buying gas for $2.43. Okay, so when I knew this stuff was coming, I loaded up all my vehicles. I got Harleys and off-road trucks and vehicles and all this good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I loaded up everything with gas. Today I went and got gas for the wife's car, and I'm telling you what, it was pushing $4. Okay, this is not going good, especially going into summer driving. That's going to be a big problem going forward here. Okay, so what we're looking here for on the upside here, we're looking right here on this 21 SMA here, 97.51. Let me bigger up a little bit here for you. Okay, right there, 97.51. That's going to be very key. Now you can see here how we went right into the 20-day pull back. Friday we went into the 20-day pull back. So we got to crack that key level. That's going to be the 97.51. Now if we do, we'll come right to the top of this candle, 98.39 level. And then we have right here 142, and then we have 102.70 mark here, and we'll come up top of this candle at 105.63 level. Now, if we keep right on running here, 106.86 level, and then we have 108.89, we have 109.19, and we come up there at 113.97. 115.48. Here's your big retest there. If we crack that 21-day, is that 117.63, and obviously there's your breakout. Now they're supposed to have some kind of a peace talks there, and that was in Pakistan, and that was all canceled. I just say you're going to be higher for longer here. I don't really see any kind of a scenario as of right now where this is just going to do, calm right down, and oil is going to go down to $50. It's just not going to happen. And gasoline is going to be higher for longer. And I'll tell you what, it's not just, okay, like me putting gas in a wife's car. That's really is nothing compared to what really, all your contractors out there with the gas. And then you have right now, you have all the farming with the gasoline and the diesel, all the deliveries. Okay, I noticed like UPS and FedEx and Amazon now, they're putting surcharges on their deliveries here now. So you got to be very careful here. And that could really cause some really big time inflation. And you could go into you could also cause a recession here. So you got to be very careful. They have to get this solved as of like right now. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're looking at that 21-day on the upside. Now on the downside here, we'll look to the top of that candle there. You look at 93.73. Friday's low, 82.68. We're really looking for is that 8-day sitting right there at 91.80. Now, if we lose that, we'll come to the top of this candle, 89.60 level, and then right there's your 87.87 level. Now, again, if it happens to drop down, you got 85.50 level here. We come down to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 84.37. We come down here, 81.79. Then we're looking for that 78.97. I'm not expecting this to come down here. I am trading the UCO, and it's working out very nicely here. So I'm just watching to see if it's going to break above that 21-day, or if it comes down to this 8-day, I'll jump right back into the UCO and take that long. But I just think we're going to be a lot higher for longer here. You got 53. This here is not overbought or oversold. The green is still below your red, but you can see the bars moving up here, and it just looked like any kind of a scenario here is going to take this bad boy much higher. Okay, now what we have is Brent. Brent, what we had on Friday, you had 107.46. You're already up there at 107.79 level. So we're already breaking out of it. Here's your big upside target is going to be right there at that 111.87. Okay, we get above that level right there. Then we're going to bring this price channel right across here. Then we're looking for that 115 level, and then your retest of 119.40 level. Now, looking at 60, this is not a bought or sold. I do like the crossover on here. This is really nice. Okay, so that's breaking on over here. That shows momentum to the upside. Obviously, that's what we have. Now, you can see where the 8-day crossed over, just like it did on WTI here. Okay, but now look where this 8 is. Yeah, you're ready back to cross that 21-day. And what happens? It pushes that price right on up. So as a matter of time, if this one pushes it up, you can crack that right there. So UCO for the long on that. If you're trading this, easy way to trade this is BNO. Okay, that is a ETF there for the old Brent crude. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, natural gas really bad. Bottom line here, it has really nothing. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It just, let me just pick this up here for you, and then you can take a little peek ski at it. Okay, you can see here we hit this 249 level. Okay, so when we were down here, I was looking right here for the bottom of this candle right here. We're looking for that 251. We got down to 249. Okay, so your next level is going to be that 246 level. Then we have 240. Then we come up here to the top of that candle at 229, and then we can bring this price channel across here. What we have is 180, 221 level. And then we come all the way down here to the 187 and even down to the 152. Right now, there's just really nothing here, kind of a situation as far as the long. This is, to me, is just a trade. Now you can see here how we went right up here. Once we got below that 21 day, you can see how it popped right into it, and look at this ever since. Look at here, we couldn't get up to it, right into it, pull back, right into the pullback, and then we're putting in this lows here. Okay, so this is why you want to trade the charts, kind of a situation. So right now, what on the downside, I'm watching that 241 level. That's going to be very, very key. Obviously, if we lose that, then all we do here is just go right to the left of the chart here. Okay, that's what you're looking for right there, is that 246 level, and then right there at 240, and then 229, and we come down to 221, and then we can even revisit that 187. They're just really, right now, there's just like nothing here. Now, when we look at this 8 day here, okay, you always want to look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we're in the 8th week, right? 7 weeks, we couldn't get above this 8 day, okay? That shows you how strong that resistance actually is. So on the upside here, what we're really watching is we're going to be watching this 8 day right here on the daily chart, which is 2.63. That's going to be very, very key. Then we have your 21 day right above that at 2.71. Then we can come up here to your 2.8 level. Then we can come to your 2.89. Now, if we can crack above that, we have a 306 there. Then we come up here, we have that 326, then we have 335, then we come up here to that 344. But right now, look at this, okay? This is just nasty. I mean, you look at a figure, your price is below all your simple moving average. Price is below all your simple moving average. Now, that being said, I think natural gas will have a stay. Now, they're calling for, got on that weather thing, weather app there, and they called for a very, very hot and dry summer. Okay, what does that mean? That means air conditioners. How do you do it? Power plants, natural gas. Okay, so don't give up on natural gas. Natural gas will have a day again. It always does. I've been doing this for over 2.5 decades, and natural gas will always have a day again. But they don't call this the widowmaker for nothing. So even though we had the downtrend and looked like it was going to break up, okay, it doesn't mean anything until you crack above that 21 day. That's going to be the very, very key. But now you got to crack above this 8 day, then that 21 day, then this 8 day in order here to go higher. So again, if you had this downtrend and you thought that this was going to be breaking out, you were dead wrong. It's just not happening here until we can get above that close, that 21. You can't just say, I'm going to pop right right into it and then come back. See here it is, how strong that is. Okay, so now what we look at here, we look at this 32. This is not overbought or oversold. That can go either way. Same way with here. This is more towards the bottom. This is only at 40. But again, this just looks ass ugly here. Okay, so UNG for the long, KLD for the short. Okay, let's take a look here now at gold. Okay, here we have gold, and this is looking not really good either. Okay, so look at here. See how that 8 day right there, 47.22, you crossed over that 21 day at 47.64. That's not good. Okay, even though we have a bottoming tail, we're rallying up here. This is not good. You got to get back above at least that 8 day, and you got to get back above that 21 day in order to carry it higher. Okay, now what we have here on a daily chart, let me bigger up here. Okay, look at it, all this resistance. Okay, you got to get 47.39. Okay, that's key right there, 47.50, and then we have your 8 day all sitting at 47.66. So you have a lot of resistance going up here. Now you can see that 50 day how strong it was. We went almost into it, couldn't do anything, popped above it, couldn't do anything. Now we're coming right on off here. Okay, so right now, just watch this 47.39 level right there, 47.50, and right here at that 47.66. We get above that, then you have a retest there of that 50 day at 48.79, and then we have your price channel at 49.17. Okay, so that is going to be your upside. Now on the downside, we want to watch Friday's low, 46.72. That's going to be key. We lose it. 46.26 will come down here. You're looking at 45.80 level. We have 45.10, 44.44 level. We come down here 4,400, and then we have 43.48 level, and all the way down here 43.06, and then we have your 200-day all the way at 42.55. We lose that right here. You got a 50-day sitting all the way down here at 41.31. Now, again, if this does come all the way down here, this could be very, very good buying opportunities. It all depends on where it stops. Okay, if it came all the way down, say down to this 200-day, look at what it did in the past. Came right down here. Look at that nice good move up all the way from that bottom here, okay, up that 4,100 all the way up here, back all the way up there to 49.17. So we had a really nice good run. So always watch for these bottoming tail situations, okay? Now this one here didn't make it down to the 50-day, but look how nice that one made it down to that 200 SMA here. Now, okay, RSI, not overbought, oversold. Green looks like it wants to come over your red. This is 8-day wants to roll over. This looks like it's rolling over here. This looks like it's rolling over here. That 8-day is going to be very, very strong. So by Friday, we got to get at least back above that 8-day and then that 21-day in order to push this bad boy higher. Okay, let's take a look at silver. Okay, here we have silver. Now, really nothing doing the same kind of situation. Okay, see how this 8-day now crossed over that 21-day. That's very, very bearish. Okay, so we had almost here like a big bear flag. If you come all the way down here, look almost like a bear flag situation. Now we start losing these levels here. You start losing that 8-day on a closing day on basis, then this is going to go lower and probably even retest all the way down here. Okay, so right there, 74.89. And then we got to get back up to that 78.91 level. But here we come on a daily chart. Well, what do we got? Strong resistance right there at 75.69. Okay, your 8-day now, which rolling back over 77.84, and then we have that 78.70 level. Okay, now if you get above it, then we can come up to that 78.91 level. Okay, then we can come right up here to that 83.24, which is basically your retest. Now, what I was watching when it hit up to that 83.24 level, that's why I sold a lot of silver, is because I was watching this candle here, 82.76, okay? That was the key. But you notice that, yeah, we make higher, but it never closed above that, okay? We just closed right below that, and that's not good. Okay, now here on the downside, this is what we're watching. This is the key level we're watching on a closing basis, is that 74.89 level. Okay, so if we get back below that, then we have 73.84 level. We'll come here at that 72.54, and then we just take the candles down 69.78 level. We'll come here at 67.70. We have 66.70 level here, and we could come all the way down to the retest, but realistically, we'd be looking for that 200-day at 61.51. If we lose that, here it is right here. That 57.91. Now, just like on gold, if this crashes all the way down and holds that key 200-day, or comes down and holds that 50-day, that could be an awesome, awesome buying opportunity, especially silver. Now, I like silver the best. Simple reason is they're building all these data stations out, okay? And you got to have it. What do you got to have in there? Silver. That's what makes all this stuff work here. You got to have the silver, okay? So don't get too excited here. You know what I'm saying? Just let the trade come to you. Don't force anything. I only trade SLV on the long side. It's a great scalper. I mean, you can scalp this for anywhere from 1 to 3 points a day. Easy, easy money here on the old SLV. Now, only 46. That's not overbought or sold. The green is about ready to come over your red here. This is still going on a downside. This here is 52. So again, just be very, very patient. Well, I kind of really hope that it does sell all the way down, and then we can have a nice, good buying opportunity to take it back up. All right, let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin. Now, I'm long the BITX and I trade it, okay? The reason I am long here is because we are above this 8 SMA here. See this, okay? This is why I'm long, okay? We went right into it, couldn't do it, into it, couldn't do it, and then this candle was the game changer. Closed above, held it, held it, held it, held it on a closing basis, held it, and we're holding it here and now. Now, this is where we are right here, okay? 78,174. Now we can see where the price is above that. We got to get above that, get that 8-day to curl up here. But once you look at it last time, we did not make it to that 21-day. Okay, came right on down, sideways consolidation, and then boom, sideways consolidation. But now we're back above this 21-day very, very nicely. Okay, now we got to hold that, and we got to hold right here, 78,843. Now here's your retest right there. It's going to be that 79,600. That's going to be very, very key. Once we start cracking above that, okay, that right there, that 79,600. Then we're going to go right here, okay? Then we're going to look at 79,660, and then we're going to come to the bottom here. There's your gap fill at 81,210. Now, we keep right on rolling here, okay? 83,210. Then we'll come up here at 84,945, and then we come right up here at 88,875, which lines up not too bad here with the 100-day. That is your big target, okay? Now, this has always been my target from even down here, but I said you got to get above that 21-day, get above this 100-day, then we can aim right here for that level right there at that 88,322 level. Okay, so that's what my target is. Now, 65, plenty of room to run. Green is over your red. Look here on the bottom, nice. Look at here, nice. Going all the way up here, only at 47, plenty of room to run. Now, downside, well, we got to look at the opposite here now for support. Okay, so now you want to watch that 78,183. We want to watch that 78, 842, but this is the key level right here is this 8-day. You have to hold that 77,358 on a closing basis. This is the key because it's been holding it all this way. So if it comes down here, this could be a nice good buying opportunity here to take it back up higher if it holds. If not, then we'll come right down to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 415 level. We'll come down here. You're looking at 73,810 level. And then we can come on here to the 73,141, which is your 21-day. Then we have right here your 8-day, 72,924, then 71,10. Okay, but, big but here, got to hold that 8-day. We hold it. This could be a good buying opportunity here to take it higher. Now, whether this is ready to break out here right now, okay, with that 21-day and that 100-day, looks like we're above, but we could also come right down to that 8-day. But if it holds it, then we can make a run and blast through it. And here's your big target right there at 88,322. Really, really nice. Let's take a look here at the NASDAQ futures. All right, here we have the NASDAQ futures, and Q, we're down, what are we down here? You're down about 72, okay? So Friday's high, 72,462 level, okay? So we keep on cracking that. You work your way up to 28,000, okay? So right now here, we're having an inside day, but the market's been open 18 minutes, so it's not that big of a deal. What we're looking for here is the top of this candle here for support, 27,136, and then we'll be looking for that 8-day at 26,956. Now, you can see this 8-day, okay? So we'll look at what we had here. You went right into it. Then this was the game changer. You closed above it. This one came all the way down. What did it do? Closed above it. Held it, okay? Hold it. Held it again, and look at here, held it again. Very, very nice. So that 8-day is very, very important. You got to hold that key level, that 8-day. You got to hold it. If not, then we just venture all the way down. You can come all the way down to that 21-day. Now, we have an overbought condition here. However, it can stay overbought situation. Just look at the past. See how overbought? Stayed. Okay, overbought, stayed. We're just starting that overbought situation. The green is over your red here, but again, that can go really rally here, just sideways action, just like what we had here, and look at that result where it could just do a nice good melt up. Okay, so just be very, very patient. Now remember, all the tech earnings are coming out this week. I mean, we got lots of them. You got the Meta, you got the Amazon, you got Apple, you got Microsoft, okay? And Palantir's on 5.4, Nvidia's on 5.20. So there's a lot of here that's coming out this week, okay? And I think Apple's going to be a great number. I think Amazon's going to do good, and I think Meta's going to be doing good. Now, Microsoft, last three earnings, they didn't really do nothing right home where the stock was selling off here. But these other ones here ripped up very, very nicely. I'm long Meta, I'm long Amazon, I'm long Apple, I'm long Nvidia, and really, really good trading case kind of a situation here. So, okay, so just remember, a lot of earnings coming on this week. All right, that's all I got for it. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, and we'll do it all over again. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.